Hi, and welcome to me. Got volume up. I'm here myself. Right, this is the final test. We're going to do a 30-minute test just to make sure I got it sussed. All the problems I had were due to an overheating computer, which hopefully I've sussed it out now. So we're Deccalling the Herc. Now, the problem that we had, or I had, was the walkway lines. Although very nicely done, they melted. They just went kaput. As soon as you add anything microset and salt, it went. If anybody joins, could you please just let me know? Oh, hello, Cameron. What it sound like, mate? Anything good? No, we're 100%. Everything's sorted. Like I said, it was the computer, by the looks of it. Plus, I used another piece of software, changed it. I've got the phone in front of me now, so I can actually see what's going on. So hopefully, things are done. Right. We're just going to see how it goes. Yeah, is the video better than the other day? Because, like I said, the computer was getting really hot. In fact, I nearly smashed the screen tonight because I forgot to glue it back on again. Hello, Steve. Cool, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm under the lights and it's hot. So, let's say this is just a test for half an hour, 30 minutes before tomorrow night's live Q&A, which will be fun, I hope. We'll see how it goes. If you got any questions now, go for it. I'm happy, Steve. Whatever. Just like I said, it's just a test. Good. That's cool. Right. So I've got to get used to the fact that I've got my phone there and I can see it. I have got Lynn's thingy on charge, tablet on charge for tomorrow. I'm praying this is going to work. But anyway, right. Let's start doing something. It's funny how to get a small screen on my phone. That's weird. Right. So that's the Herc that we're doing, if it focuses. That's what we're up to. And that's what she looked like now. Like I said, the only issue that I had was the walkways were full of carrier film. So yesterday afternoon, I masked that up and painted them on. So first time I've ever done that. So we'll just have a look. Now it's quite weird because none of the stencil data on any other aircraft are the same on this Hercules. Where is it based? Lynham Transport Wing, 1991. Peter went in Desert Storm colours. That'd be nice. But there you go. Anyway, right. So start at the front. Now I know these are wrong. The decals are wrong for this. They're the wrong font for both the Royal Air Force, although these actually don't look too bad. I wonder if the one that I saw was a bit different. So there's always a good chance Dudley will help us at some point. But hey ho, that I don't mind. Right, 24. Yeah, okay. Let me just put that into what do you call it? Into infinity. That just stopped the twitching a little bit. If that's infinity, if the autofocus is in infinity, that should stop it twitching a little. It may do, but this is things like I need to sort out in the future. I spoke to Rob today, Cam. It's going to move a little bit because of what I'm doing, but normally I'll be just sitting here. So I'm quite happy with the way it's looking at the moment. I can see it on the Mac and it looks quite good. So we'll just see how we get on. The only thing that does annoy me a little bit is using a Canon DSLR. They limit you to 30 minutes live movie, but I'm just going to see if I can work around that later. So I've added a small bit of micro setting into the water to help it start, although there shouldn't be too much problem here. I haven't got a lot of room for some reason. Right, where does this go? So having a look at this, right underneath that window. Okay. So she's quite a big bird for a 172. You know what they say, you can't beat a big bird. Get the kit I need ready. I was ready for this, but then the screen fell off the Mac and it was a bit of a pain in the butt. So we'll add some water and see if we can get one of these off without spilling it, ruining it, which came off perfectly for a change. Cocktail stick. I know you can't see this. As I said, I might move the camera just behind me so you can see what you're doing, or above me like I normally do in a video. That's gone down lovely. These decals are really good by Zvezda. Don't know who make them. Doesn't say anywhere. Just says Zvezda on them. And if they're that good, I'm happy. What's that camera like now, Cam? Is that any better? I can't hear it, so hopefully that ain't autofocusing too much. Yeah, I have to have a wide angle. It's not a cheap lens, and it's quite quiet, so I don't really hear it, but I just want it to not be too bad, if you know what I mean. So this is when I'm going to look a fool and things go wrong. You watch. Did you ever watch that lady, Nerdforge, who did that fantastic armor? Don't know if you saw that. That was absolutely fantastic, the way she used the chrome. She got in touch today, wanted some colours, which we're more than happy to give to her. When you're talking about 500,000 people watching it. Just want to make sure I've got this in the right place, otherwise I'll get rivet counted. Good. Like, so that is an expensive lens, but sometimes that can be a little bit over the top. If it does play up, I'll change the lens. But this is what is this? This is at 17 to 85mm, and it's actually at 17mm, so it's as low as I can get it. Already done it, mate. I tracked her down. I got her email address. Wish I had a telephone number because she's quite sexy, actually. But she's really nice, extremely clever. I mean, she do all that as a living. It's fabulous. So let's just see if you can see that up there. The font does look come on, focus. The font does look a bit heavy, but There you go. Yeah, she's ever such a clever girl. A lot cleverer than I'll ever be. I was very impressed with the way she used that chrome. She even knew how to use it, which is something special. Which means she must have watched my videos. He was all right. Busy as usual. I took Owen to Papworth again. He's got an operation again tomorrow. So I took him to Papworth and I rang him on the way back. Pass a bit of time away. He's very busy, which is really good, obviously, for everybody. I suppose everybody's getting excited now for Telford, although I still don't think that's going to happen. But then I'm one of these people. I'll wait and see. He seemed happy enough. I'm having trouble getting stuff from Hannants. My stuff coming in from Hannants at the minute. I ain't coming very quickly. So I've got to contact them tomorrow. You'll love it when there's quite a wide body on this, so you can actually see what you're doing. Right, what do I do with that? These decals, I'll tell you, I've never built a Zvezda. Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. I've never used decals like these. Have you built the Zvezda model or anybody? Because I'll be honest, this is one of the best kits that I've ever built for the way it goes together, the quality, and everything else. It's fantastic. I'll put the lid on that for a little while because this is a big old bird. We've got 6 in here. Bonus. I don't know how long I've been streaming, 12 minutes. I've got to keep an eye on that because the camera is going to go off at 30 minutes. If it's going well, I'm going to keep it going and we'll go from there. I'm looking there, there's cameras up there. I need to have that thingy so I can look that way, but that'll be sorted. Right, now what we got. And we have 13, which is that one. Now, this is not me being rude. This is actually called the Fat Slags, which had to be taken off when I got back from Desert Storm. For some reason they didn't like it. Don't know why, do you? Yeah, I've never built this Zvezda before. This is my first one. And to be honest, absolutely fantastic. Really nice. There's no flash. Everything goes together well. I mean, it's that good. I don't know why I've done it like this, but there you go. Look, take the wing off. And when you put it back on, it clicks back on, ready to take to Telford if it does happen. It just literally clicks on. You heard that? With no real scene. Well chuffed with that. I do like it when something works properly. There you go. If I take that off, it'll be easier to move things, won't it? Right, so see, this goes on here. Fetch legs. That's what it says. Oh, I don't know. He said after June the 21st that anything can happen. But as you say, I'm very... Yeah, it's good for transportation. If I don't I don't want to get excited about it, so I won't think about it. Do you know what I mean? I love Telford. I missed it last year. We all moan about it because we know how hard work it is. But saying that, I did miss it. I missed everybody. I missed the chats. I missed the Saturday night at the what do you call it? Up our little place. Here we go. I thought, I did miss it this year. And then, of course, the day after what would have been Telford, I got furloughed. And I've now completely changed my job. So, although I no longer make the paint because Rob makes it himself, and does a good job, but we got to move on. I had to move on. I wanted to move on. So we're at where we're at. Now, looking for decal. This is the bit I don't like, when they don't put the decals in a decent way of doing it. And 2 or 3 different sheets. I know exactly the one I'm looking for, but guess what? I'll never find it. Oh, there it is. There's 3 of them, 90 in yellow. So have you got that Betty done yet then, Cam? I know you're working on that. Whether you've done it or not, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I think. I totally agree with you. Just remember, when you type, it takes about 20 seconds to get to me. There's about I think there's a 3-second delay between the camera and that, and then a little while to YouTube. So it does take a little bit of a time. I'm more used to recording than going live, so this is going to be a little bit of a thingy for me too. It's all new. That goes there. I like that one. Keep losing everything. I wonder if that might be just better to shut that down just to manual focus. So that just stops that going in and out, making people giddy and sick. Because we don't want that, do we? I want to get on early, because obviously there's an important football match on at 7 o'clock. When Norwich go 10 points clear at the top of the championship. Which would be quite funny. And then we see Ipswich getting relegated again. Suits you, sir. If Glyn was here, he'd give me a right load of stick, would he? But he ain't. So there you go. These decals are so thin, and that's not a complaint. They're absolutely perfect for this. $84. So I keep looking at. Oh, we've got 8 people in here. Hi guys. So please comment. Let me know how it's looking. I know I've got Cam here, but I need to know how it's going to look. Make sure it's okay and it's not looking stupid. I know I look like a muppet, but there you go. I can't help that. That's me. 84. This will be interesting by the looks of it. It's a painful build over, still stressful. Now, I didn't like to say, but I built one and found that was a perfect fit. So, I don't know what to say unless they've changed the molds from the year dot. I haven't got a clue. Perhaps they have. I just don't know. I don't like them putting that in the middle there, I must admit. I haven't seen any pictures of it yet, though, Cam. I think you should show us. So on this side, that's the middle. That's amusing. It shows the actual door's completely wrong. Pressure. I never go above 12 psi on anything except the gloss black base, and that's only because I use a bigger needle for that, which would go generally around 18 20 psi max on the gloss black base. But as I said, everything else is between 8 and 10, and I say between 8 and 10 simply because I don't know how accurate the meter is, the regulator is, but that's what I run them at. Very, very low pressure, which allows you to be more accurate with your paint, and you're not blasting it. It's not, the thing is with acrylics like Tamiya, Vallejo, any of them, Hataka, any of them, you need 25, 30 psi. When I go down, which one do you mean? Do you mean the aqua gloss or the clear coat? There's the aqua gloss, which is that one, ALK 600. And there's a standard clear coat, which is a finishing product. That's what you've got to remember. The aqua gloss itself is a pure finishing product. That it's not to be used for weathering over at all. You'll ruin your model because you'll weather it and everything will sink into it, which sounds harsh, but that's the way we made it. That's the idea of having aqua gloss, to be honest, mate. There you go. You got the honour of asking the first ever question on a live LCLAD video and getting an answer for once. I did put the photos up. Oh, I didn't see it, mate. I'll have a look. Probably me. I missed it. But to be honest, I was fighting. I was fighting this. Oh, clear. The clear itself, again, bring your pressure down. 8 to 10 psi. Mist coats. Pure mist coats. You don't need to blow it on heavy. You literally use a pure mist coat and that will gloss it up or flatten it down, whichever you want. We've actually dropped a few of the coats. We've dropped light sheen. That's now satin. We're going to have matte, satin and gloss instead of the 5. We're now going to have the 3. The reason behind that, it was confusing too many people. But that's what I do. All right. Yeah, these are lovely. Very impressed. 23. Which one is that on? This is a nightmare when they're all over the place. 23. And I've actually got my glasses done so I can actually see what I'm doing now, which I haven't been able to do for 2.5 years. And a young man at Specsave has sorted me. You're more than welcome, Steve. Anything I can help with, that's what I'm here for. That's why I get, well, I don't get paid, but that's why I do what I do. In about 4 minutes, this video is going to shut off, but I will be right back. as I said, with a Canon DSLR, you only get 29 minutes. So when that goes off, I'll be immediately back again. It will just go into a test card, but I will definitely come straight back. I promise. That's if you want me to. If not, I'll off and listen to the footy. But I'm quite happy to be here if you want me here. So I will hear that go off. This is the only trouble using the DSLR. You do get that 29 minute and 59 seconds. So, right. See if I can get this one off before it does click off. And it goes just under the Royal Air Force, under the air bit. There you go. I can't rave about these decals anymore. I wish every kit. Is anybody ever having trouble with the new Eddard decals that are on here? I'm having, or I had, major issues with them. The top coating wouldn't come off like it should do. It didn't ruin a model because I just took the decals off and bought some different ones, or I had some different ones here. But there was a risk that was going to happen. Blimey, 9 people in here. It's a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect that tonight. Right, 8. Finding these, because they're on 2 sheets, it's a little bit of a pain. But it's coming on up. These are all high numbers. Crikey. I should have been a bit more prepared and had these all cut. Oh, really? No, that's wrong, isn't it? Yeah, so we're on 90, right, 34. So we'll get the round all sorted on. At least that looked like something now. Yeah, so as soon as I hear that camera click, 28, this can be wetting up. There's very little carrier film on these, which is fantastic. And we've got 17 to go as well. Very few decals on this. I presume that was repainted. I don't know the story. There is a lady on YouTube that did this build completely, and she made a really nice grow up. But she used to work on this actual Hercules for 16 years. So she's the person to listen to, in my opinion. And I thought that was quite impressive. When you get someone who works on them telling you they're wrong. Apparently, the only thing majorly wrong with it is, there you go. That comes straight back. Oh, well, that was bonus. That did it itself. So, good stuff. So you'll see the EOS chat come, or the EOS thingy come up. So now I know, yeah, that's fantastic, Cam. Well chuffed with that. So we ain't got to worry. So I can do the full hour. I know it's going to flick off, but that'll come back again. So I'm well happy. Right, where does this go? There. That's cool. That was the major part of the test for tonight that I wanted to do, because I needed to see how long it would go off for before I got back in. Cheers, Steve. So I'm quite happy with that. So we can do the Q&A tomorrow evening between 7 and 8. I shall be here. Like I said, I changed my job. No more 14-hour days for me. I've gone back to my roots as such, to what I used to do when I was a kid. I started doing that job at 13. And I'm now 55. So 42 years ago. And a gentleman came after me to do it. So that's what I'm going to do and enjoy it. Right, let's put this one on this side. What am I doing now? Oh, now my father had a shed business. And that's what I started off in. And make garden sheds, summer houses and stuff. And to be honest, I've missed it. I lost the company, the business, through an ex-wife. When my dad retired and he sold the business on rather than it come to me. And now a gentleman who works or has a place less than a mile from here. So I've got no transport, no long rides. I worked in Lowestoft at Nest Point, as you know, which is half an hour from me. And on the way home, it could be up to an hour with the traffic. So I'll put those on the top there. It makes a big difference to me now. So I'll be home here at 5:05 instead of getting home at 6 o'clock. Time I take Dudley out, which I'm surprised he ain't been up here yet. Time I take him out, that's getting near 7 o'clock. I had my dinner and took him out at 7 o'clock. Then because I was getting up again at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was going to bed so early. Because I like to be, when I do a job, I like to do it properly. And this is something I want to get back into for a long, long time. And I said, this gentleman looked for me to do this job, so I'll do it at the best of my abilities. Like I said, it gives me the time to do the Q&As, more videos, catch up with the Messerschmitt, which I put another part up yesterday. But because this has got to be done and sent out, which will be retrieved for Telford, but I want to get this done out of the way. Yeah, I could do it. Hang on, it's easy. He says, let it settle. Stay there. Right, that's just pure manual focus, so it's not going to flick out or anything. If it's in the right position, we should be away. See what it looks like and see how you get on. Was it that bad then, Cam? That looks all right? Okay. Well, this is the reason we're doing the test, isn't it? So that's what makes the difference. Can't believe we've got 10 people in here for a test. These decals are superb. They really, really are. Keep raving about them. If anybody knows who make the decals for Zvezda, let me know. Because these are amazing. Really good. Right, let's put that away. Yeah, as I said, I mean, it might be better to put a cheaper lens on or a less expensive lens, because they're all expensive, but a less expensive lens on there just to try it. But I'm happy with this lens. what it gives me. But the if it is a bit too sensitive, then we'll try a different lens. It won't hurt enough. I always wondered how Fred went live for an hour. Now I know, because the time goes so flipping quick. Got that a bit too shiny. That's moving all over the place. Yeah. So I probably won't be working on anything for the first Q&A. Just to be. See how it go. Hello, Roger. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your feedback, mate. That's really good of you. I do like the Netherlands. Got some good friends over there. And that's a bit more. That'll be perfect. I know I shouldn't be touching the decals, but these slide really easy. Oh, great. I know someone said to me about they felt sick when I watched one of my videos because it was in and out. So now that this is sorted, and you know the stress that took me over the weekend to get this sorted out, but I'm quite well chuffed now. There we go. I think that's see that. You should be able to see it now with any focus or anything. I just want to. That's actually to infinity. So let's just. I can see it on the camera. Obviously, no autofocus. So there's going to be the best place, I guess. That looks good. Right. So this is supposed to be 30 minutes. We're now 38 minutes. And I'm quite enjoying it, to be honest. It's nice to have a few people to talk to in the evening. No, I have it. Or did I bin it? I think I binned it. I used it on a couple of. It was a cartograph decal. Great stuff, Steve. I used it on some cartograph decals, Steve, Roger, and it didn't melt them and burn them in. It literally took the ink off them. So I don't use them. I basically, my go-to is set and solve. Here we go. Just ordinary set and solve. These work perfectly for me. Put a little bit of set into the water before you use it, although not with these decals because they are so thin. They'll be everywhere. The decal stuff. I mean, I would like to get hold of some of the. Is it Mr. Softener, Mr. Decal Softener, and some other stuff. But at the moment over here, getting hold of stuff is very difficult. As in, I mean, I put a order in Hannon's 2.5 weeks ago for myself and Mick, and it still hasn't arrived. Well, and literally they are 20 minutes from me down the road, which is a shame. But I shall see seeing Adrian and slapping his backside when I see him. Bless his heart. So no, I don't use the Revel stuff. I literally only use that and white vinegar at times if I need to. And if they're really real nightmare, I'll use X20A for if I'm doing something by Tamaya. No, Roger, if you've got the Micro Set and Sol, use them. I wouldn't trust the others. I'm not saying it might have been me. I don't know, but it was a single, the first coat, and it literally just took the color off the roundels. You know, just use the setting sol, mate. It's easy and it's simple. Right. I'm not putting no more of them on. I'll sit here for a few minutes and chat. And if anybody want to ask me anything, there's 11 of you in chat, which is fantastic on the first one. Well chuffed that you've all come in here. I'm sorry about all the tests that have been going on. I know people have been jumping in and out. But this will be the last test. Tomorrow night, you're more than welcome, Roger. Tomorrow night, we're going to do a full hour, 7 till 8 of Alclad. If you want to see me do something, ask me, send me a message, email me at technical@alclad.co.uk. Very small amount, mate. We're talking in something like this, which I suppose is a 1.5 litre container. Great stuff, Rog. Look forward to it. Just a little tiny drop. I mean, we're talking smidgens. We're not talking a great deal. What it is just start to soften the decal up before you lay it down. As I said, I haven't done it with these, and I daren't, because literally these will just crinkle up. They are that thin and fantastic. I mean, just they are that I can't. It's very difficult when you've gone from a Tamiya kit, which costs £100, with the decals are absolutely awful, and you have to replace them, to something like this kit of a 172 massive transport aircraft for, what is it, £45 retail, I think. And you get a set of decals, which are possibly the best decals I've ever used. These are absolutely fantastic. I know one of the other reviewers, I'm not a reviewer by any sakes, but said that his were out of register. These, the ones that I've got, they weren't stuck together. They weren't out of register. They were perfectly good. I've got to move that over there. They're perfectly good. Very, very, very soft, which is fantastic. I'm just very, very impressed. And I mean, that's the decal sheet I'm using. And I really, really like it. So, right. Well, it's 5-2. It's been 3/4 of an hour for a half an hour test. I'm going to love you and leave you for now. But like I said, I'll be back on here between 7 and 8, a little bit longer if we need to. I have to be a little bit careful. I am on battery at the moment. I'm waiting from the States to get a, I've ordered it. It should be here in the next 3 weeks. It's a constant supply for the camera. I did a test the other day and it gave me a full hour on the battery. I shouldn't worry too much, but there we go. All right, fellas. Lovely to see you all. Have a good day tomorrow, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow evening. And some idiots left the mouse over there. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for your feedback, and we'll see you tomorrow evening. Good night, all.